If you can see that the world is on the verge of a devastating economic and societal collapse, you know that preparing before things spiral out of control is the best way to protect yourself when chaos takes over. If you started preparing for a disaster, you're probably aware of the importance of having canned foods, generators, and lighters in your stockpile. But when we think about survival, we must think long-term, which includes having items you can barter later on to get other supplies you might need. That is why we have compiled a list of survival items that everyone will be looking for after an economic and societal collapse. Without further ado, let us go over this list. Number 1, aluminium foil can be used in an infinite number of ways, including cooking, baking, sharpening objects, building devices, reflecting light, boiling water, making repairs, building containers, and even creating shiny signal strips. Baby supplies are number 2. Even if you don't have children, baby supplies are an excellent trading tool. Diapers, wipes, ointments, baby bottles, and formula are always in short supply. 3. Baking supplies if a collapse occurs and global supply chains are permanently disrupted. Baking supplies will undoubtedly be among the first items to vanish from store shelves. 4. Batteries if the power grid goes down during an emergency. You'll have to rely on your battery-powered devices. As a result, you'll always need a supply of batteries on hand. 5th, bicycles and bicycle parts are already scarce and extremely expensive. During a collapse, bikes can be a much quieter and more cost-effective mode of transportation than a car or a motorcycle. You don't have to buy a new one, but make sure you have working bikes and spare parts for repairs. 6th, board games entertainment is critical, especially during difficult times. You'll need something to calm your nerves and lift everyone's spirits. The 7th item is bug spray. When the entire country is in a state of emergency, it will be difficult to obtain medical care, so you must prevent potential diseases, and bug sprays can help to keep insects that may carry dangerous viruses at bay. Canning supplies, number 8. Canning supplies are already difficult to come by in normal times, but after a major disaster, it can become nearly impossible to locate them. They are required to preserve food for an extended period of time. 9th, coffee. Most of the coffee we consume now comes from other parts of the world, which means that if borders close during the collapse or supply chains become even more disrupted, you will most likely be unable to find coffee anywhere. 10th, condiments. If you eat the same bland diet over and over, you'll eventually find yourself in desperate need of some condiments to make your meal more flavorful and interesting, because enjoying your meal is an important part of the eating experience. Stock up on dry condiments to ensure that your survival diet never becomes boring. The 11th category is contraception. Conceiving during an emergency or disaster may not be the best idea, especially if proper medical care is unavailable. 12. Dental hygiene supplies. After a collapse, your dentist is unlikely to be available, and dental hygiene should always be prioritized because the last thing you want is a toothache or a mouth infection. 13th, deodorant. They are necessary now and will remain so in the future. So, at a time when water supplies will be limited, many people are unaware that deodorant can help to regulate the bacterial activity of our body fluids and prevent certain illnesses. The 14th item is eyeglasses. If you require prescription eyeglasses, make sure to stock up because they may become unavailable in the future. 15th, feminine hygiene products. At medical apps, disposable and reusable feminine products will become invaluable. They will always be required, and they are critical to maintaining women's health. 16th, fire extinguishers. You may want to have your own because fire department services may be limited or unavailable. The 17th item is fishing line. Fishing lines can be used for a variety of survival purposes. Aside from the obvious, they can be used to repair clothes, hang things, set traps for crafting, and so on. The 18th is fragrances. They will be extremely difficult to find after stores close, and they will, of course, quickly become a hot commodity and an excellent tool for bartering after the collapse. Garbage bags are on the 19th. You don't have to use them just to dispose of your garbage. You can make emergency shelters out of them, use them as tops for dry storage bags, and even turn them into raincoats. Gloves, 20. Keep your hands healthy and safe by stocking up on a variety of gloves. Consider having different sizes so that you can trade them for other items you may require. For more such informative videos, subscribe to our channel and like the video. See you in the next video.